click this button. Yeah, you're recording.
Okie dokie, guys. Welcome to the first official community team meeting. I am H Squared, the community manager. I have Mike Peluso, my assistant, Fire, and most recently, Epsi, have joined also as community team members. So you're going to be seeing a lot of us. Hopefully you won't be tired of us. And then Halo Hobo's here because he's awesome. So we just have a few things to go over for our first meeting. Basically, we've established what is the community team. So the community team, our role here is going to be the vital conduit between our members and the organization's senior leadership. We act as advocates and representatives, ensuring that the voices, needs, and concerns of our members are heard, acknowledged, and responded to. We play a pivotal role in the formulation and implementation of strategies, policies, and actions, actively participating in high-level discussions. We are entrusted with the profound responsibility of influencing change, fostering a positive and inclusive gaming environment, and strengthening the sense of community. So there are lots of big words in there. So Mike, can you summarize what I just said? Putting you on the spot, dude.
Pretty much for like the HR department. We're here for everybody, and pretty much what she's saying is that if you guys have any problems, don't be afraid to reach out to us or suggestions, because we do have a lot of meetings and we are always bringing up this subject matter, and I believe that's it in a nutshell.
And basically, Mystic, the community team, are the most awesome team.
Yes, we call ourselves BA for a reason.
Wasn't official. That was me hoping. Typical's here. If someone wants to invite him up, he can come hang out.
I kind of liked Typical not being allowed to talk for our meeting.
It's nice.
Okay.
Wrong. Falsetto.
Sorry, Fire.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
We
Hey,
discuss that in advance to next meeting, whether or not we invite Typical to talk.
Let's make a
Suppressed.
make part of the audience poll.
I think HR is a strong term, but I don't know. Definitely here for the members to make sure they're heard. But I mean, HR maybe it's not a terrible term. The community team needs to have a lot of power to influence change in the community and make sure our members are taken care of. I think it was Typical who said it first that, the leadership is, division staff especially are working for the members. So if somebody is, I think the squad members should be able to fire their DO, right? Like the DO works for the membership base.
Yep, firm believer in that. And if you're a leader inside of any community, inside of any group, you work for your base, right? The people who put you in position to make decisions in their best interest. And if you continuously display a trend of not representing their best interest, they're going to get rid of you, as they should. So always been a firm believer in that. So our community team, I believe, should have strong influence not only over division staff but over most divisions as a voice of the community.
But not the COC of division staff, just saying.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, separate entity, right? Separate jobs, but all in the best interest of the community.
Does anyone else have any other questions on that? Oh, Mystic's typing. I was going to say no one's typing, but we'll give Mystic just a second.
He said, no, I'm not.
Okay, well, I'm not waiting for all of y'all to type, okay? Because I know Nuka's going to come in here and just cause mischief now. So it's hard to reword these with we and how they're written. So, but our mission statement, our mission is to relentlessly champion the best interests of our new member. Sorry, I can't read anymore tonight, y'all. Of our members, and to continually nurture the thriving, dynamic community that is Omni Gaming. We strive to create a gaming space that is not only safe and enjoyable, but also responsible and respectful to our members' feedback and experiences. Our team is committed to fostering open lines of communication, promoting transparency, and ensuring every member feels valued and heard. Through our work, we seek to enhance the Omni Gaming experience, always remembering that our members are the heart and soul of everything we do. And that 100%, as I've said in the onboardings that I've done, we are very members focused. This community is about you. Without you guys, it would be me hanging out with, Vet and Hobo. And as much as I like them, that would be very boring very quick. So we are definitely here for you guys. We want to know what you guys want, how we can make this community better. Because there's been great ideas that you guys have had already that we didn't think of. So we definitely rely on y'all for that feedback, so I'm not stuck with Typical every day, all day. Because Typical's not always fun. He's the one talking smack in chat, so I'm being mean to him.
Always talking smack.
Yeah, and I try and give it back to you as much as I can. I did do a brief welcome to the team for Epsy. He was my boss in a previous group we were in for a while. He's a great guy, definitely has the best interest of y'all at heart. He's here for you. And then Fire, we introduced at our last meeting. He was also my boss for a while. And he's another great guy. And then obviously Mike has been here since the beginning with me, helping keep me crazy. I wouldn't say sane. He's kept me crazy. Who's Epsy? Epsy, why don't you tell Typical who you are?
Oh my gosh.
Epsy's better than Typical. So.
Way better.
Be gentle.
Way better. Way better.
So, hey everybody, I'm Epsy. I was in a previous group that we were all familiar with. I'm happy to be here and to serve in a role that advocates for positive growth. So if you have any suggestions or things of that nature that you wish to just kind of get off your chest and we just chat, I'm your guy.
Thank you, Epsy. Social media updates. So I know I've had a lot of people ask me, about our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, which I don't know. Are any of you guys TikTok people up here?
I TikTok.
Okay, so maybe Mike, we can put Mike in charge of the TikTok.
Shade TikToks too. That's a good person to charge of TikTok.
Who?
Shade.
Oh, I thought you said Jade, and I didn't know who Jade was. I was like, I don't know that name.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I can handle the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, because I know it is a very popular platform that I would like to take advantage of, potentially. I don't use it personally. Clearly, several of you guys use TikTok and have lots to say. But we're working on that. We're working on our Reddit, Twitter, Twitch, potentially a Kick. That's another platform that I'm not familiar with, but I've also heard good things about Kick for streamers. And we're working on getting all those up.
It's more of an uncensored. It's more of an uncensored Twitch, but it's definitely a better streaming platform now than Twitch was. There is.
Yeah. So we had to wait till we had the trademark officially approved, which we are officially listed on the website for having that. So we are good to go. We're working on taking down some accounts that haven't been used in like 8+ years that have the Omni Gaming name. So we want to make sure that we have, instead of doing like omnigaming.gg or omnigaming_1 or anything like that, we just want to be Omni Gaming. So we are working on that. But we had to wait for this to go through. Special thanks to Shadow Jedi and Hex Hamthorn. I don't know if they're here. But they have both been helping find other places like on Instagram and things where there are accounts that we need to get taken down. You guys find any out there? feel free to send them to me. It could be one that we've created, but we haven't developed yet. So obviously we won't get those taken down, but if you see any, feel free to let me know. Oh, perfect, Mystic. Thank you. I have the chat. I can't have chat and who's in the audience and everything up at once. My screen's so big. So those, hopefully by the start of next week, I'm hoping to have those up and going for y'all. And then our website, Hobo, what's the realistic timeline on that? Do we know?
I'd say 7 to 10 days. We should have some pretty serious developments. We're making progress every day, so don't want to rush perfection.
No, I agree. So I'm just reading all of this, and I can't multitask, and we know that. So social media, we're working on it. I'm going to be putting my crew to work here to create some of those things. We will also need people who are wanting to help out with digital media side of things. I know Vane has already volunteered his services, and we appreciate that. But especially getting started, we probably have quite a bit that we'll want. So if any of you guys are interested in helping in that regards, also feel free to reach out and let me know. Because we'd love assistance. Otherwise, you're going to have me doing things in paint, and it's not pretty. So Epsy's kid could probably make a prettier picture than me. So, but events, we do have a lot of events coming up in the next week. So this Friday we have Paint Squared is the way though. It's not. I don't know what that is. This Friday we're doing an Among Us at 3 p.m. Eastern, so it's 8 p.m. for those in the UK and Europe. So we'll meet in the general chat, and then we'll kick off and ruin some friendships, and everyone will be sus, and it'll be great. And then we're doing a repeat of that for the first bat, because I know 3 p.m. Eastern is not ideal for a lot of first bat people. But for the Americas, we'll do that Saturday, July 1st at 9 p.m. So it'll be a little bit later of an event, 2 a.m. BST. So if you guys are up super late on Saturday night, you can definitely join. I'd love to get a full lobby or two going and really have some heated debates about why we don't trust each other. So y'all are very distracting in chat, just so you know. I don't know how Hobo did this on Sunday. Then on Sunday we will have our leadership meeting. We're working on trying to move that up so it's more accommodating for BST time zone, but unfortunately, just with schedules and availability, we are struggling with that. So instead of it being at 7 EST, we are moving that up by half an hour. So then it's only 11:30 BST, but it will be recorded and we will share the link to it so you guys can watch it afterwards, and then you can definitely message us with any feedback or anything like that. See, the gaming chef, the nice thing is there's not much paperwork to do here. It's lovely. So, and then Tuesday, July 4th, typical vet, you want to talk about what you're doing on July 4th before you eat your burgers?
Hell yeah. All right. So let's talk about July 4th, guys. We wanted to do a charity event. We wanted to do something off-right. I've got a great streaming lineup. I've got some milestones, some goals that you guys are really going to like. I've got some funny stuff planned out. I know that you guys had earlier, when in my streaming career, one thing that was very popular was a little show that I used to do every Sunday morning called Change My Mind. I'd take a controversial topic like Epsy's not good at Battlefield, change my mind, right? Or iPhone's better than Android, or pineapples don't belong on pizza, things like that. So we're going to do something like that again, but I've made a little twist on it. I've added another segment. And we're talking about it amongst the streamers. We're going to have a really good lineup. We're going to have right now, at least 5 streamers. We're donating to a charity called Sam Center, which is serving area military. I told you guys in the last announcement that one hits pretty close to home for me. My brother-in-law runs that. It's a massive charity, but it's run in a one little old room that's right next to an American Legion that was donated to the charity. They hand out about 500 lodging kits and help over 500 military families every month. They push thousands and thousands of dollars. They've been in the papers, they've been in the media, but they still refuse to give up that small hometown feel. They're very personable and they check up on the people that they help. And it's something that I've been involved in. It's something I've got my unit involved in. It's something that our family readiness group in my unit's involved in. It's a great cause. So I can tell you firsthand, there are a lot of charities out there that some people may be leery of. It's like, okay, well, I donate money and I don't exactly know where it's going. I'm hoping that they use it for a good cause. I can tell you right now, for a fact, that I can walk into the SAM Center and meet 20 out of 20 employees and none of them are paid. They're all volunteers. None of them take a dime. It's the most straight up, honest, good-hearted community I've ever been around, and they hit pretty close to home for me, obviously, because my brother organized it. My brother's retired Army. He was in for 22 years, so it's something that's really good. So, entertainment-wise, we've got a big lineup. I'm gonna hold off on getting too big into details, but there will be milestones for certain amounts of dollars donated. There will be some funny things that you guys get to see on stream if we meet those milestones. It's the 4th of July. It's Independence Day. I realize that it's really only a huge holiday for the United States, but I do not want to forget about our European brothers, right? Because the United States wouldn't be what it is today without our allies. So, yes, it's an American holiday, but that doesn't mean that y'all can't come party with us. We appreciate everyone. So, come out and party. We're trying to make it somewhat feasible and friendly times for EU and all people across the world to come and party. So, I'll hold off on making too many details about it. Know that I have a 4th of July stream event coming up for a really good cause and a really good charity. And this weekend, pay attention to the announcements channel because I'm going to write something up, letting you guys know a schedule, letting you guys know the milestones, letting you guys know what we're doing during the stream. And it will be entertaining. So that's all I'll say about that.
If people are wanting to stream and join in on the party, like on stream, do you have openings for that, Vet?
Good point. Yes, I am still opening. I'm still looking for streamers right now.
Okay.
Right now I have 5. I would be looking for people to do 1 to 2 hour blocks apiece. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but you got to be funny. Actually, you don't really have to be funny, but you do have to be. Obviously, this is for a charity, so let's talk about that a lot. Let's get some donations. Go ahead and DM me if you're interested in streaming. It'll be on July 4th, Gaming Chef. Yep. So, yes, still looking for streamers. Just DM me, please.
Perfect.
Sorry.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. Being funny definitely helps bringing in the views, but even if you're not funny, if you just look funny, that also helps. So that's my typical is streaming with his face.
If you can't be funny, just call me. I'll be funny with you. I'll get in chat with you.
And that definitely helps. So I do apologize in advance. My dogs are starting to panic. I don't know what's outside, but I'm hoping he doesn't start going crazy, but we'll see.
Vet's creeping is what's going on.
Yeah, probably. So on that note, in addition to the funny things and potentially some giveaways and things of that nature that are going to be happening on the 4th, we've also started discussing some awards and medals that the community team would like to be a part of helping develop and award those. Fire, you want to talk about your ideas so far?
Yeah. So I've already crafted up some rough mocks for 4 medals for the community, starting to work backwards from kind of the highest thing you can get downward. And my target is to launch with about 20 of these, but crafting 4 mocks that can then kind of get your all's community feedback on, do you like this style and adjust them versus me making 20 of them and then just having to scrap them all, wanting to be more efficient. So the highest medal that I'm thinking that we can kind of do, and understanding if we want to adjust names with the themes, if we do Army Mafia and want to change some wordings, we can. But the highest one I've thought of so far is called the Omni Star. It's the highest recognition within OG, and it is issued by a majority vote by the originals, but can only be nominated by members. So the community drives these awards, and there's just certain stipulations to them that are just kind of, you need to be a part of the community. You don't need to be in a squad, but you need to have been doing certain things and some different occurrences. So if Squared, do you mind if I share the 4 rough mocks in chat so they can kind of get some ideas as well as the... Yeah, so I'm gonna share in chat the 4 mocks that I've kind of thought, and if you guys have feedback, please comment in this chat or send me DMs, as well as you're gonna see the first base mock of an award announcement for the Omni Star that quote unquote Hobo gave me, because I was typing words and my name went there. So but hopefully we can get and be a little more interactive and give you guys a chance to kind of have things to go after, and just show how awesome all of you are. So yeah.
Thanks, Fire. Yeah, that's definitely brings us back to, which you guys are probably going to get tired of saying, how important you guys are to the community and everything else, but you really are, and a lot of the time efforts go overlooked, and we don't want that to be the case here. So we're definitely working on developing some different awards and different things, so that we can honor you all for your hard work and your support. So definitely take a look at those when you get a chance. Give us some feedback, and Fire's gonna keep working on those. And if you need any help with that, Fire, obviously let me know.
I have some discussion.
I need somebody with expert level Microsoft Paint skills.
I need to unmute. I have some discussion on that.
Go ahead, Oma.
As you guys know, I like getting the community involved and getting everybody to vote on things. And I liked it when you initially pitched it, like, hey, let's get the community to vote on things. But interested in the group's feedback on how that's going to work. If we say, hey, Typical's awesome, he did this charity event and raised $1,000, we should think he should get the charity award, and then the community votes no, and that's
that would only happen to Vet, though.
but in other, aside from Vet, I don't know about putting people's personal I don't know, mixed. I could go either way, but what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think some awards should be more community voted. I mean, other things, I think when it's more like, okay, this is what he did, these are the achievements, I think that might be a little bit different. Like with a charity event, I think that would be an easier one to give, like a charity or something like that award to. If we had guidelines in place for, like, to get the charity award, you have to, do X, whether that's bring in X amount of money, bring in X amount of viewers, whatever. We want to make those rules. We'd have to figure that out for, like, that specific award. But I mean, I feel like overall, as long as Nuka behaves, people will vote appropriately of whether or not they truly believe. Yes, thoughts were fired at Nuka.
And for that, Hobo, there's already thoughts into kind of those scenarios, because not everybody knows everybody. So it's kind of one of those things as the community grows. So having also for certain awards a threshold of, it could be BGCs and up, cast a vote for a revote, like a leadership overrider, something like that for those edge scenarios. But there's also going to be medals like a community thing that, that it's a lot of different aspects. But I've got all that thought process in the works. So.
Okay, well.
And also, just to solve your ultimate thing, in the community medal, it strictly says typical can't have it. So your concerns have been addressed.
Y'all would not do this to me.
It's actually called the Community Donation Anti-Typical Veteran Award.
The Cotton-Headed Ninny Muggins Award. Typical veteran, number 1. All right.
Yeah, but you might just have to buy a vote.
Assume you're gonna put some kind of poll or like one of the little suggestion topics or something up, Fire.
Yeah, I'll put one up tomorrow to get some discussions going. If I don't get it up tonight.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Y'all are a mess. So speaking of the Army, Nuka, thank you for the segue. As hopefully y'all know, we've been working on figuring out the Mafia versus the Army for our naming convention for our positions and ranks. Obviously, the Army's pretty straightforward. For those of you who have any Army experience or in another community before this, but the Mafia obviously is a little more abstract. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, if someone could provide the link in here, that would be awesome, to the chat for what Mafia ranks would look like. Thank you, Craig. We are going to open up voting. Are you thinking tomorrow for that, Hobo?
Yeah. Trying to finish the crowdsourcing today and start voting tomorrow morning, ideally. Yep.
Okay. So tomorrow, hopefully, we will open up the polls again. There will only be 2 choices. It will be Mafia or it will be Army. You will only be able to vote once. And I mean, even Vet, who has been against Mafia up until today, Vet came around and was like, you know what, we could send some really cool letters.
I don't know what I voted for both. I like them both. I really don't care either one. Both of them are cool.
You've been so much more Army.
Well, I mean, I gotta support my team.
Well,
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. It's gonna be me. I'm on the fence. I don't know which side. I'm on the fence.
I mean, if it comes to it, I'm taking Army, but I won't be mad if freaking Mafia wins.
Mm-hmm.
Typical. I was so excited that you were gonna be Team Mafia, and now you're making me sad. Does anyone have any questions in regards to the themes, though? That we can hash out here via voice, and we can call you up here if you want to speak instead of type, unless your name rhymes with Luca. See, I could be a poet too. Several people are typing. I can't do this. Questions about the Mafia versus the Army. Mystic, which if you don't have the context, that probably sounds really awkward. For our naming conventions, for like ranks and things of that nature. Our Mafia. So the reason Adventure wasn't included in the final 2 is because the votes, I'm trying to pull up the votes so I don't misquote, but those 2,
It had less
Mafia
than half the votes of the number 1. I mean, and like half the votes of number 2. It just wasn't even close.
So I will say Adventure was a good idea, but just based off of the voting, that's where we landed. Thank you, Hobo. And if you look at the polls channel, there's like the overall, like the results. 30% went with Army, 26% went with Mafia, and only almost 15 went with adventures, and then it went down from there. We're not doing the Marmy. But vote Mafia because Army is weaker. So yeah. And yeah, no, I mean, I definitely appreciate all of the feedback that we've received on Mafia today. It's been awesome. And yesterday, but especially today now that we have it broken out. So definitely continue to give your feedback there if you have any. I like how that's posted as swimming picture video. So, but yeah, but if no one has any questions about that, if we all just want to roast Vet, we can now with his floaty so he didn't drown in the pool. It's probably only like 2 feet deep and he needed a floaty. But the last thing that I have is just shout out. I know Typical Vet and Halo Hobo have been working tirelessly on the BGC interviews for the Expeditionary Division. So shout out to them for all that hard work and time that they've been putting into that. And then also to all of you guys who did apply. It's been great to see that level of enthusiasm and wanting to support that division. So I'm really excited to see what happens there. Special thanks also to all those, like I did 3 or 4 onboardings today, and 2 of them were not from another community. They were brand new, found us off of Facebook and Reddit. So I appreciate y'all getting the word out there about us, and supporting us. And obviously we've had more than 2 new people, but that's who I talked to today. So it's been great to see that. I feel like I'm forgetting someone I'm supposed to shout out. Do y'all have anyone you want to shout out to? Crickets.
I can't really think of anyone, honestly, besides you for being amazing.
Oh, well, thank you, Nick.
And Fire for working tirelessly on these amazing coins. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen in general, but David M. Wag has been working on getting some 3D printed stuff going up so we can actually award some of these coins, which is really cool. So once we get it all kind of fitted together, then I mean, some of you might be receiving literal medals made out of plastic or filament, of course, but it's still kind of a cool idea.
Special shout out to Nuka for being Nuka. That's Nuka. You're great, especially at loading into Among Us.
Frag.
Sorry, Frag. Y'all are a mess. Does anyone else have anything? Because if not, that is all I have for tonight. We will have another meeting next week. And we'll hopefully have a lot to go over with social medias at that point.
Cool. Bubba?